Okay, this is basics Rubik's Cube action here. Slow and easy. So you want to get the white side first. So find a white one, center up top. There's a white with an orange. So I want to turn that till it matches the orange. Spin it up. You got orange here, white here. These don't go like that, so we can move them around a little bit, get them out of the way. There's a red one. It's taken. Put the red one near the red center. Flip it up. Now the blue one's not going to work like that, so I'm going to get rid of it out of there. Not too many whites right there. Now, there's a blue. That worked. Green already there. Okay, got that. Now this blue and orange is in the wrong spot. Actually, I'll just worry more about putting one in the right spot than getting one out of the wrong spot. There's red here, and green here. So this one wants to go right here. But in order to get it there, I have to spin this down. But I don't want this to move when I turn this down. So I'm going to spin this out of the way, pull this down, and then turn this back, and then spin that up. Let's look for another one. We got a red and a white and a blue. Okay, so this orange is not in the right spot because it doesn't match this, so I'm going to switch this one here for that one. In order to get that there, go down like this, scoot that over, and bring that back up. There's one more right here. So, orange, white, orange, orange, and blue, blue. So, move it out of the way, bring this down, slide this over, put that up. Now we got all the top row, and we got them matched up with the centers, and a couple extra oddballs. Okay, then, now the white side, or at least the side you completed first, now becomes the bottom. And the first thing you want to do is look at the yellow trying to get across in here. And there's an algorithm for that. Oh, no, excuse me, I jumped ahead. First I want to get the second row complete, with this being upside down. And we're going to use one of these two algorithms. Either a right algorithm or a left algorithm to move a piece in the way that that picture is showing it moving from top center to bottom right or bottom left. So this one here has an orange and a green one right here. And the orange color needs to be right here. So we're going to move that one to here using the right direction algorithm, which is done by following the pattern using this sheet. We'll just look at it Well, you can't look at it right now. You'll have to have your own copy. But I'm just going to say what it is. This is up, right turn. Everything's one turn unless it says two. And it only says that once in a great while. And so the up was right, and now the right is right, or clockwise, and then up counterclockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, face counterclockwise, up clockwise, and then face clockwise. And now the orange and green has been moved to its proper location. Now we got to find another one. Just red and blue needs to go here. That's another right direction algorithm. So you always put it facing you. The color you want to move faces you, and then you're moving it down this way. So up, right, 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 up, counter, right, counter, up, counter, face, counter, up, right, and face, right. And now the blue is in its proper location. Whenever you do one, hopefully you've moved another square in a place that can be transferred to its proper location. So now we're going to take this red and green and put it over here where it belongs. Green side, red side. This right algorithm again will do that. So it's going to be up, right, 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 up, counter, right, counter, up, counter, face, face, counter, up, right, and then face, right. And now we have all the reds, all the greens, all the oranges done. Now, after completing that, I can look at getting the yellow cross complete. Next step. And this piece of paper that I copied off the internet shows you the process to make that happen, which is F is the face, and then when it doesn't have a apostrophe, that means you're turning it clockwise. I say right, like face, right, 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 up, right for clockwise, and then sometimes I say left for counterclockwise to myself. But you just got to know what it is. So we've already completed part of this with having the horizontal portion in the middle, and you're supposed to hold it in the position that it shows on the print with it running, that direction. So we only have to probably do one pattern of this algorithm, the FRU, RUF, to complete this. So that is, so we're going to go face right, 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 up, right, right counter, up counter, and then face counter. And now we have a cross. Now we look to see if we can put the cross in its proper order, matching the edges or something close to it. Turn it until the most number of them match. So we've got an orange and a green that match, and a red and a blue that don't. So there's an algorithm to reposition this one and this one over here with each other. It's called an edge switch. And you always face it in this direction. So when you want to carry over is on your left, and then when you want to move to the left is facing you. So the edge switch is this setup, and it shows that pattern how to do it. So if we follow these little pattern of moves, or the algorithm for that purpose, it'll switch that edge. So that's going to be right side clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up clockwise, right clockwise, up 1, 2 times, because it says U2, and then right side counterclockwise, and then up again, one more turn. And now you can see that the red and the blue are here, the green and the orange are here. They're all in the right locations. The next thing to do is to find a corner that's oriented correctly, or at least in its proper place. This could be turned where the red and the blue were switched, as long as you initially find that one that's in its proper place. Then orienting it is another challenge altogether. So we have other ones that are not correctly positioned, and we have to get them there. So we need the next algorithm that does that. It moves just the corners and rearranges them until they're in the right spot. And that's this setup for moving a corner around. And so we're going to use this algorithm. It says to switch 3 corner pieces. So we have up, right, or clockwise, right clockwise, up counter, left counter, up clockwise, right counter, up counter, and left clockwise. So here we go. We have to hold this on the right face in order to make this algorithm work properly. So we're going to go up, right, up, left, up, right, up, and then left. So now we've got orange and blue, red and, or blue and red. We got green and red in the right location, but not oriented correctly. The same thing here. Orange and green are oriented incorrectly, but in their proper place. So then we go to the next step, where you start off with the good one on the right front, and you start using it as your starting point for figuring out the next moves, which is the simplest of moves. So this is how you reorient the ones that are in their proper place, but not turned the right direction. And it's called right counterclockwise. D is down, or the bottom row, counterclockwise, right clockwise, and the downside clockwise. So you follow that pattern until it moves the piece in the correct orientation. And when you start, you just shift this to the right to expose one or place one at the right front that is not correct. So that's the starting point. Now we want to go right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise, right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise. So this got oriented correctly. These other ones that get messed up while you're doing that, don't pay attention. Because by the time you get the next one, by just turning it up to the front, right? When you go through the process we just went through, it'll end up putting all these right again. So don't worry about that. So now we're going to go right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise, right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise. One more time. Right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise, and right counter, down counter, right clockwise, down clockwise. Now, as you can see, almost everything is perfect, and it's obvious that all we got to do at this point is turn this 180 degrees, and it's complete. Following these little algorithms is kind of fun.